All right, guys, my name is Steve. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today, I'm going to be reacting to the top 10 places to visit in Scotland. I'm super excited about this video because, to be honest, I really haven't explored that many different places within Scotland. You know, I've done a number of different videos about things within Scotland, but when it comes to unique places, beautiful places, cities, and things like that, I definitely have a long way to go to understand all that Scotland has to offer. You know, I've done a video, for example, I did a video about the top 7 places to visit in the Isle of Skye. I did a video about the fairy pools, which were really cool. And I've checked out a number of different things like, you know, the Scottish anthem, or a video about kilts. And I learned about the Forth Bridge and you know, the right to roam. And there's a number of different things that I learned about when it comes to Scotland, but I definitely have a long way to go to really understand, you know, what types of beautiful areas and cities and things like that you have in Scotland. So I'm really excited about this video. Hopefully I will learn about some really cool places that I might want to check out when I visit Scotland for the first time. This will actually be the second video I've reacted to with this person who made this video. I don't remember the first time I reacted to him, but I just remember he did a really good job of that video. And so when I saw that he made this video, it definitely made me want to check this one out as well. So anyways, guys, enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and dive in and check out the top 10 places to visit in Scotland.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and last summer I did a road trip around Scotland, and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my Scotland.
Where was that at? That was incredible.
If you want to go back in time, I feel like you're in a fairy tale, Scotland is the place for you.
It looks like Jurassic Park.
Easy to see why so many legends and popular books such as Harry Potter have been born here. It's truly one of the world's most enchanted places. So for our first location, we're going to visit the Old Man of Storr.
Oh, yeah.
The Old Man of Storr is located on the Isle of Skye, which is about a 5-hour drive from Edinburgh. It's one of my all-time favorite rock formations. I felt like I was on the set of Game of Thrones. When you drive to the store, you can see in the distance.
Look at that, dude.
So pumped. It's just
so beautiful.
A cool rock formation. Now, to hike to the Old Man of Storr, it's about a 4-kilometer walk. You'll go through some conservation gates and you'll reach the infamous rock pinnacles. I went there for sunrise and sunset, and both occasions were absolutely breathtaking. When I was there, crows were flying around the rocks and there was just some sheep running around. I mean, it was so magical. The legend of the Old Man of Storr is supposedly a giant lived there a long time ago, and when he was buried, his thumb was left sticking out of the ground, creating the mystical rock formations. When you go there, it's easy to see why it's one of the world's most iconic rock formations. I have to say, this is one of my all-time favorite places, and I recommend everyone to see it at least once in their life.
Your advice to go beyond this point.
Away from the Old Man of Storr, there's a breathtaking waterfall called the Meout Falls that cascades down into the ocean. There's also a nice viewpoint where you can get a great view of the waterfall.
It actually looks like it's flowing upwards.
Sea cliffs in the area. One of the most famous is Kilt Rock, which looks like a kilt that descends down to the ocean. On the east side of the Isle of Skye, there's just such a beautiful coastline there. So,
dude. Oh, man, I got to go back. Hold on, guys. Go back here. Look at that. Look at that, dude. You know, I know we have some cliff coastlines in the U.S., but I've never lived, you know, really near coastlines like this. The coastlines I've lived near were basically just white sandy beaches. Very nice. Don't get me wrong. The beaches are very nice where I'm from, but this is just a completely different landscape. I love it. You know, I know that the UK and Ireland, you know, have quite a bit of this rocky coastline. I think it's so beautiful because it's just something I'm not personally used to, but this is beautiful. Beautiful, guys.
Coastline there. So after, we're going to head over to another one of Scotland's most iconic locations, to the Glenfinnan Viaduct.
Wow.
So it's located at the top of Loch Shiel in the West Highlands of Scotland. It was completed around 1898.
Man.
So I'm very familiar because it was featured in Harry Potter.
Right.
See the train going there when it's heading to Hogwarts.
Look at that place,
so when I was there,
it's so beautiful, man.
I wanted to get a close-up to the bridge, so I walked underneath it. And I was just shook by how big it really was. I mean, those arches are just massive. So after, I hiked to a good vantage point where I could see the famous train go across the viaduct. I mean, it is just such a magical place.
Oh,
the
dude.
backdrop, a
Yeah,
hill.
that's really nice.
Stunning, and definitely recommend visiting.
Look at that, dude.
All right, so after Glenfinnan, we're gonna head over to Edinburgh. Now, if you want to go back in time, Edinburgh is a must. Edinburgh is the place where J.K. Rowling was when she wrote Harry Potter. So when you're going to go there, you're going to get all sorts of magical inspiration.
What the? Oh, okay. By the way, which one's the bigger city, Glasgow or Edinburgh? Let me know in the comments, guys. I know they got to be the two biggest cities, right?
Solo traveling, Edinburgh was one of the first places I've ever went to. It's this medieval old town with intricate neoclassical buildings, cobblestone streets, and beautiful
that's
gardens.
my type of place. I'd love to explore the architecture.
Edinburgh Castle overlooks the city and is home to Scotland's crown jewels. When I was there, I didn't go to the castle because it was so crowded and I didn't really feel like spending money. Kind of regret it, but definitely recommend go checking that out.
Oh man, I'd have to check it out, dude.
In Edinburgh is Calton Hill. It's just a short walk from the castle, and it offers a beautiful view of the city.
That is a really nice view of the city.
National monument there, these really cool pillars. All right, so while we're still in Edinburgh, we're gonna head over to Arthur's Seat. Arthur's Seat is located in Holyrood Park and is just a short walk from Edinburgh Center. Now, Arthur's Seat is an extinct volcano that has an elevation of 823 feet. When I was there, I just saw Arthur's Seat.
That'd be a great place to get a good view.
Hike it because I wanted to get a view of all of Edinburgh.
Oh wow!
So, anyways, I made the hike up. You'll walk around Holyrood Park, take the short little hike up there. When I was there, it was so windy. I couldn't believe how windy it was. It nearly blew me over. After I hiked to the top, I went down and walked around Holyrood Park and just enjoyed the views of Edinburgh. Just such a beautiful city. So after Edinburgh, we're going to head back over to the west side of Scotland to visit the Eilean Donan Castle. Hope I said that right. If you're driving to the Isle of Skye, you're going to drive right by it. It's situated on a small tidal island at a point where three great sea locks meet. So the castle was built in
looks so familiar for some reason.
I'm really mad at myself because I didn't stop here. When I first drove by it and it was good weather, I just didn't even know it existed. And then the second time I drove by it, it was just pouring rain.
Wow,
so I just
that's like a postcard.
It's definitely one of the biggest regrets I have of it in Scotland. So definitely don't make my mistake and make sure you make a pit stop at one of Scotland's most famous castles. All right, so after the castle, we're gonna make the short drive over to the nearby Cullen Mountains. Now, the Cullen Mountains are this very unique mountain range located on the Isle of Skye. When I was there, I went to the Sligashan Bridge, which is at the base of the Cullen Mountains. The Sligashan Bridge is just super famous and scenic. When I was there, I didn't get many shots of the bridge because there was a lot of people on them, but I did get some beautiful shots of the mountains. They had such a unique shape.
Yeah, you did, man.
I love the contrast of the green peaks against the blue sky backdrop. I mean, it was just such a stunning location.
Wow, no, that's a postcard.
In the Cullen Mountains is the fairy pools.
Oh, fairy pools, I saw those, yeah.
It's just a short 30-minute drive from the Sligashan. The fairy tales, they're just located at the base of a dramatic black Cullen Mountains. I was just blown away by the vibrant green slopes and the dark mountain in the background. It was just pitch black. I felt like Gandalf was going to run down with a massive horse army, like in the Two Towers Lord of the Rings movie. It was just so epic. When I was there, there were so many midges, which are like these annoying gnat-like bugs that bite. I mean, they're just horrible.
Oh, I've heard about those.
So I didn't dare walk down to the pools. I mean, I wish I would have gone. I mean,
oh, come on, you got to go there if you...
The water's so magical.
If you visit that area.
So that's another one of my regrets when I went to Scotland. So make sure you either bring bug spray or go in a different time than August. That's when I was
yeah, I bet that would be a bad time.
We're going to head over to another mythical location, to the Fairy Glen. Now,
Fairy Glen. I've heard of that as well.
It's a very popular destination in the Isle of Skye. To get there, you're going to drive on this.
Oh, that's why, because it's the Isle of Skye.
Sketchy road to get there. Find a little parking spot, and then you just make like the short 5-minute hike to the Fairy Glen. Now, what it's famous for is it has these rings of rocks, and people often put some money in the center as an offering to the fairies. When I was there, I found this really cool rock formation that I hiked to so I could get a better view of those rings, and I also got some really cool views of the area. I mean, the grass is just so green there. I mean, it was such a cool place. I felt like a kid walking around those green hills, keeping my eyes.
I love the green, man. I love the green landscape. It's so lush.
It'll put you in a magical mindset. All right, so after the Fairy Glen, we're going to head over to the Duncansby Stacks.
Duncansby Stacks.
Anyways, it's located in the most northern eastern part of the British mainland, just right at the tip.
Oh, wow.
It's quite the drive from Edinburgh, so it's quite the road trip. It's home to some of the world's most beautiful ski stacks. Unfortunately, when I was in Scotland, I didn't have enough time to drive up there. But
that is beautiful. I love the color change.
Landscape.
The green with the kind of reddish color.
Just such an insane location. All right, so after the ski stacks, we're going to head over to the Bedian Nam Bian mountain. Probably said that wrong. But anyways, I found this place by accident. I was driving from the Isle of Skye down to Glasgow, and I stumbled upon this magic location. I mean, I couldn't believe how huge these mountains were. I felt like I was in Switzerland.
Oh, wow. Look at, like, you can really tell when you look how big the road is and the cars down here. Wow. You literally feel like, you feel like you're swallowed, or you're about to be swallowed up by these mountains. They're so huge surrounding you. That's cool, man.
Scotland had just big mountains. I thought it was pretty flat. The Bedian Nam Bian is 3,770 feet high, so it's just huge.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a scenic waterfall, and the valley was just beautiful. There was some sheep grazing.
Dude, man,
towards Glasgow,
that's beautiful.
You'll pass some more massive mountains, such as this one. And
oh, man, dude.
You'll drive by Loch Lomond, which is just another massive lake. This is why I love driving in Scotland. There's just so many beautiful occasions that you just stumble upon accidentally. All right, so for our final location, we're gonna head back over to the Isle of Skye to the Quiraing Mountains. Now, aside from the Old Manor Store, I'd have to say the Quiraing is one of my favorite places and landscapes in Scotland. It's a set of dramatic rock formations located on the side of a mountain. Quiraing was formed by a landslide long time ago. The grass is so green there. I feel like I'm like on a
it's so green.
Anyways, to get there, I drove.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Be careful because I popped my tire because the road is super bumpy. Anyways, I got to the parking lot and I started the trek to the Quiraing. Now, it was a super easy hike. It only took me like 30 minutes. There's no elevation gain. On the hike, I came across some sheep that were just vibing. I also saw some really cool rock fields. And
oh, wow, dude. That looks so cool.
Magical mountains. They just have this really unique shape that I've never seen before. There's little lakes, and then you have the view of the ocean. It's just such a
look at that, epic. Oh man, that's epic, dude.
To have sunny weather. A lot of people I've talked to said when they've gone, it's just been so cloudy they couldn't even see anything. So I feel pretty fortunate about that. The Quiraing is just such a beautiful area that offers great hiking trails and just some of the world's most outstanding views. All right, so that is it for my Scotland video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Wow, guys. You know, I knew we were going to see some beautiful landscapes, but it's amazing. It really is. And it really is like Scotland. The landscape is almost like a land of fairy tales. I don't know how to explain that. I think it's because the landscape, it really is that. It gives you the vibe of just so many fantasy stories that you've seen in movies and that you read about in, you know, in old fairy tales and things like that. I don't know why that is. Is Scotland used as the backdrop for a lot of these movies and stories? Maybe. I'm sure they are for quite a few, but I mean, really, it's just amazing. I think I love this type of landscape so much because it's so different from what I'm used to here at home. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, the U.S. has lots of beautiful, beautiful places to visit, a ton of them. I mean, because it's a huge place. So we have tons of national parks and whatever. But like, you know, I've seen a lot of this. But this type of landscape that you guys, it's not just Scotland. I mean, Ireland has beautiful landscape and the rest of the U.K. as well. But like, there's something about this landscape. It's just so different from what I'm used to. It's just amazing. I love the rocky outcrops with all the lush green grass, and then you've got a lot of places you have like the ocean in the background, or the sea. Actually, I think is that the North Sea, or is that the Irish Sea? I don't know, but just beautiful, man. And this, like, oh my goodness, guys, I so miss hiking. I used to hike so much, and I just haven't for a long time. To be honest, where I'm from, originally there was a lot more hiking available than I seem to have up here. Don't get me wrong, there is some hiking here, but I don't know, it's just not the same, and I do miss it, and I totally want to go do some hiking around Scotland. Just other is in the UK and Ireland as well, but Scotland, man, specifically, that's what we're talking about right now, and it's like, you guys have some obviously beautiful hiking locations, and even not even hiking locations, just places just to drive through. Like, where was that? I want to see that again. Where was it where the mountains were so high? Is this it? Yeah, look at that, dude. I mean, just this road right here. I can just imagine this is one of those roads that are just like, just epic. It's an epic little road trip. I have no idea how long that road is, but you can tell it's just like driving through that would feel, it would just be it'd feel very unique compared to most any other drive. It's just, there's not a lot of areas in my experience where you can drive through and feel like you're about to be swallowed up by the mountains like this. That's amazing. And yeah, but anyways, guys, great video. Learned some, some of these I had heard about, and I had seen a couple of them, like the fairy pools, for example. I'd reacted to a video of that, but definitely came across some new areas, and even the places that I had heard about, I got some different viewpoints of, and just reminded of how beautiful the landscapes are, and definitely also, I definitely want to check out Edinburgh now. I have to do that sometime soon as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow me on my journey to discover my British and Irish ancestry. Till next time, guys, peace.